10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the freaking frogs gay. Serious crap.
Motherfucker, no sound. Son of a bitch. See, because I was doing something else instead of reading the chat. For those of you wondering what the fuck I was talking about, I was saying I forgot to send out links to the other guys. So that's what I was doing when the chat started. That's why I wasn't reading the chat to see that y'all were saying that I could not be heard. So there we go. Hey, it's a Jolly.
Hey, Matt, you're muted.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. I'm glad you told me.
Man, we would have gotten the whole chat just speaking into the void.
Well, eventually I would have looked at the chat and been like, oh, yeah. No sound. No sound whatsoever. So how's everybody doing? How are you doing, Jollifer?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's finally come to my neck of the woods. The ICE protests.
Yeah, really?
I saw one.
All the way down there?
I saw one. I'm like, I really don't think Alabama's a hotbed of ICE activity, but sure.
It's not. Now, that being said, okay, so the town that I live in up here in Michigan, I've noticed it 3 times, maybe. There's this one place on Main Street where people will gather for whatever retarded left-wing protest fucking shit is going on at the moment. So I've noticed it for the first No Kings protest, the second No Kings protest, and I did notice it for ICE. But let me explain what it is. It's like 5 people standing on a corner with cardboard signs. And it's like the same 5 people every time I see them out there. It's like the same 5, like just very stereotypically blue-haired, fat-nosed ring bitches. You know what I mean? Standing on the corner, with their fucking signs and shit while people drive by laughing. Because the town I live in Michigan is not exactly what you would call a liberal stronghold. You know what I'm saying?
Mine was probably, it was a good 20 to 30 people, but I'm pretty sure it was predominantly high schoolers who were Hispanic. So I'm like, you know what? That tracks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see it. But, yeah, I think that's the only stuff that I've seen since I've been here is that. I think they did do a No Kings thing in Flint, but I didn't see it. It was like over by some mall that I was not anywhere near. But I heard about it. But yeah, I don't it really. I personally have not noticed much. You know what I mean? Since I've been here. So, and that being said, honestly, where I lived in Texas, I didn't fucking ever all the protests and shit. I never noticed any of those left-wing protests there either. So, you know, whatever. But
well, where you lived in Texas, the people were smart enough to not be drawing attention to themselves because they were the target.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is all the Hispanic people down there don't like illegal immigrants either.
Yeah, they were either the target or hated them. So
yeah, so it's like, so yeah, never really lived so far anywhere where I get big left-wing protests. So whatever. Do got a super chat here from Tarkay. What's up, Tarkay? Says it took a while for the buses to get down to Bama. Bama. Yeah, maybe it does. It takes a while. So all those buses get bussed in from fucking like Chicago and New York and wherever the fuck they're bussing people in from. Takes a while to get down there. But anyway, yeah. Did you hear that there's a lawyer that's actually drafted up a legal notice and lawsuit on behalf of one of these Native American tribes against Billie Eilish's land? Like legitimately, that there's now like
I mean, that was my immediate response was like, does she not own property?
Yeah, no shit. It's like, well, she went on live TV and admitted that it's stolen land. Therefore, I think the lawsuits, you know, I mean, is it a lawsuit that would actually hold up? Probably not. But they're like, legally, she admitted she's on stolen land and it was stolen from these people.
She kind of just admitted guilt, like
she publicly admitted it. So yeah, we're gonna go after her. And I mean, it's you know, it's a stunt more than anything else, but it's fucking hilarious, is what it is. So
it's very like there's some video I saw, and it was one of these like sidewalk, not preachers, those exist as well. The like, you know, try to debate people, you know, like change my mind thing, but a lot smaller budget. And they were talking about like it was some guy, male feminist, you know, ally supporter, and he's just like, white people don't have a choice, you know, we should be robbed. And a bunch of like black teenagers walk up and like, you're like, oh, you're gonna give me your phone? And he starts going along with it.
Oh my god.
I was just like, sir, I think you're just a masochist is actually the solution. Like
hey man, some people are. You do you, man. If that's your thing, if that's what you want out of life, I guess fucking feel free. I don't know what to tell you, but who the fuck knows, man. F and Rob says, does Jolly sound more grown up? No, he does not.
No, it's just I'm using a headset instead of my like microphone.
You sound the same to me. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if that's good or bad. There's nothing wrong with the way Jolly sounds. He just sounds like a normal dude who fucking hasn't abused himself with alcohol and tobacco like many of us did when we were his age.
I thank God every day that I don't like the taste of alcohol, because man, would I be a drinker.
Yeah. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Everybody keeping up with all the Epstein shit? I haven't, and so I actually wanted to spend a little time looking through some emails tonight. Thought we'd do that, see what kind of stuff pops up, because somebody put together a website. By the way, anybody wants to look it up, you certainly can. It's called Jmail. J as in Jeffrey, jmail.world. Anybody can go there. They've basically gathered a lot of the emails. They're all in chronological order. They set up a website that looks exactly like a Gmail account. Let me screen share here. Oh, firefighter's there. I'm sorry, firefighter. I didn't see you. How long you been there?
About 5 good minutes.
God damn, I'm sorry.
How very undemocratic of you.
I know. I apologize profusely. So this is the website that somebody made.
Wow, it really does just look like Gmail.
Yeah, it looks like a Gmail. Yeah, and you can click on the emails. And anyway, and you can go through and read stuff. And of course, you know, it's got all the redacted stuff in there, you know, where it's redacted, where they got names and that kind of thing. And like this one here, blah, 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 doesn't have email addresses. So I assume it's legitimate, but I mean, honestly, I wouldn't know because I haven't gone through all the emails myself.
I mean, they put out, it was like tens of thousands of files. It would be very hard to authenticate yourself.
Yeah. So, but I know some of the ones I've read in here are some of the ones that I've seen being talked about online. So I know at least some of them are legitimate. But I'm not going to sit here and say this is one. Like somebody put this together, this web page together. Could there be some bullshit in here? Maybe. I don't know. Could it be half bullshit? Sure, because there's a lot of fucking emails in here, and there's no motherfucking way in hell that I could go through them all. However, they do have it broken up where you can actually look at some of the like contacts that were published, that the names weren't fucking, you know, hidden, or if you want to see, like, okay, so let's click on Elon Musk. So these are emails that you've probably seen because everybody's been talking about the Elon Musk ones. So for instance, those are ones that like, okay, I've seen those other places too, you know, so I know those at least are legitimate. So again, well, I say legitimate as we know any of this shit is. I assume it is. But then again, it could be a giant psyop to take our fucking attention off of something else or real shit about Jeffrey Epstein that they don't want us to fucking know. I have no idea. It's all a giant clusterfuck of shit. You know what I'm saying?
We won't know. The truth will never come out till our grandkids get the actual files that are released. When everybody's dead and gone.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, but yeah, I encourage everybody to go check this page out because it might be legitimate. Somebody clearly put a lot of time and effort into this, you know, to try and not only, you know, put a whole lot of information in here, but also make it to where it's
usable.
Yeah, it's something that anybody can use because everybody knows Gmail. It was very easy to go through it and, you know, find stuff, and you can search through the quote unquote mailbox for different things. And what was it? Who just said it there? Mr. Scary says there was one email that had one word just said pizza. So like you can come up here and type in pizza. And let's see. The Pizza Monster. Jeffrey Epstein to blah, blah, blah. He sent a lot of emails to himself, which I don't know. Is that weird?
It's very
a little
weird.
bit. A little bit.
Also, people who email like texting, also weird.
Yeah. It comes off as weird. And maybe that's just how he was, and that's how people are, and whatever else. I don't fucking know. Maybe that's how they do it. Their emails and shit. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I just know it'd be weird for me to email myself a bunch about random things that I happen to be thinking. You know what I mean?
The only time I email myself is if like I need something from my work email that's on like my cell phone.
Yeah,
Same here.
I'll do that. So sometimes I take pictures with my phone, and then I want to get them to my computer, and the easiest way to do that is just email them to myself and then download the email from my computer. I do that. Or there's been times when I'm like, oh shit, I got to remember this fucking web page for something. For some reason, I might email it to myself so that I have the link to the page. So maybe to them that's what he's doing. Maybe he's just writing down his thoughts and emailing them to himself, just in a way that I think is weird and most people don't do. I don't know. Maybe there are people that do that. Maybe
I don't know, but it is weird.
The memoirs of my life, written in Gmail.
So
I know this. A lot of people are pissed off because apparently his plane landed in Cleveland a little too much.
What's in Cleveland? Or should I say who's in Cleveland?
That's what I want to know.
Okay. Well, like I said, this webpage is up there for anybody that wants to look at it. Go check it out. You know, it seems, from what I can tell, excuse me as I pick something up that I dropped, seems, from what I can tell, to be legitimate. I don't know if it is, but, you know.
Trying to think of who I've seen, like, on the news feed has, like, acknowledged it.
This particular website?
Not the specific website, but since this big dump has come out, which famous people have like acknowledged that they're like didn't deny it. I think I saw.
I know Bill Gates came out and said some shit or whatever.
Bill Gates said some stuff. I think a Norwegian princess I saw.
Interesting.
Which is weird.
And apparently there's something in the files about a furry party at one of Trump's properties.
A furry party? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, okay. Sure. Why not? Furry party. Yeah, I can see it. Tarkade dropped another super chat. Says, make witch trials for Epstein leaks great again. Oh, he drowned. Guess he was guilty too. Next, no exceptions. Clean house, drain the swamp. I agree 100%. So Jeffrey going back and forth with himself. She looks pregnant. You mean radiating a soft glow, the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. What the fuck does that mean? I have no idea. Here's this one. I don't know what these are, but alert, ask Jen something if she tipped the pizza guy. It's just random stuff. So again, you can, so here's one. Can I talk to, and this is something I saw a lot too. Apparently Jeffrey Epstein put lots of equal signs in a lot of his stuff. And people are speculating that possibly that was a way to keep people from searching for certain things. Because you know how if you do a search, you can put you can start to type a word in or something and put an asterisk at the end, and then it'll search for anything that at least has whatever letters you put in before the asterisk, and then it'll just search for everything else after that because the asterisks were, but people are speculating that if you put equal signs in the middle of words or right after words, it
throws off
the process.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true because this is not anything I do, but he does put equal signs in a lot of this shit for reasons I have no idea.
But also, what if he's that paranoid about somebody being able to get access into his emails to search that? Why would he not get a more secure service?
Yeah, no shit. Why would he be putting it in emails in the first fucking place?
Or have several different accounts and break it up. It's like people who are like, I'm gonna buy a burner phone, but I'm still gonna use my GPS.
So let's see if we can find an interesting name to look up some stuff on over here. Who do I want to look up?
We could do Clinton, but then again, none of us want to get murdered.
Well, let's just look up Ghislaine Maxwell. So here you go. Can I have Elias know an address? I'd like to invite them to my party. Not following directions, got you this lawsuit, $NBSP. If you continue on your outburst, you will fight, it on your own. This is the last time I will tell you, had it. Like, it's just random stuff. And there's so much in here that it's, yeah, somebody was saying, look up Bill Gates. There's so much in here that, I mean, it would take a long time to go through everything. Let's go back to the oldest one. Let's see. 3:25 a.m. August 8th, October 8th. Okay, so at the moment, the best way to communicate with another person on the information highway is to exchange electronic mail, to write message on a computer and send it through the telephone lines with somebody else's computer. In the future, people will send each other sound and pictures as well as text and do it in real time. Blah, 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 blah. What is this?
What is that, an article from the 1980s?
Yeah, no shit. I could send Bill Gates email to the chairman electronica, which is widely available. Not to tell anyone at Microsoft I was doing it. See what happened. I wrote. What? And
is it me, or does he sound like he's insane?
Oh, this is
in response to Bill Gates in 2013.
But he's responding to Bill Gates years later.
Yeah,
from
20
Bill
years
Gates'
later.
original email from 1993.
Okay, that makes sense why Bill Gates was saying it like that.
Okay.
Jeffrey's still insane though, but
yeah, well, yeah. It's just weird, and some of it seems real random. And okay, let's start with the newest one from 2015. Jeffrey Epstein to Bill Gates. Will you be around the week of the 28th for General Assembly, Clinton Week in New York? Please note the information contained, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Asking him a question there. I guess I won't be able to run for office for a while. The Forbes 400 list now has over $300 trillion in wealth that will be transferred. Obama will try to avoid the step up. It won't pass this time, but more of an impetus for some. Okay. Please no $. Information contained in communications of blah, 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 blah. Oh, here we go. Bill Gates. I enjoyed the breakfast a lot. All the attendees were interesting people. Managed to talk about philanthropy enough to get their reaction without putting them on the spot too much. Pretty clear to me that someone young like Josh wants him and his family to have more hands-on approach. Blah, 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 blah. Breakfast was a success. Let's see if Trump pops up in here anywhere. Do a search. That is not how you spell Trump. Because I know supposedly Trump popped up in some of the stuff. Let's see. Kind of shocked. Thomas Landon to Jeffrey Epstein. Kind of shocked that a reporter did not contact you. The Trump women's story. Seems to me he got off rather lightly. How are you doing? And then this is all blacked out, whatever the response or whatever's in here. Jeffrey Epstein replies, me too. I don't. Like, dude, I don't know. Well, Jeffrey Epstein. Jeff, how plausible is the idea that Trump is a real cocaine user? Jeffrey Epstein says yes. Yeah,
that's just weird.
It's just all over the place, dude. I mean, granted, I get it. These are emails and stuff. So, like, we're popping into the middle of conversations that people may have been having or referencing things that aren't in the email that they know what they're talking about, but you know, you're just reading this, you don't have a fucking clue. You know what I mean? So let's see. Alan Dershowitz, the guy that swore he had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. You just heard you were telling people that you heard I asked Trump for $1 million. Totally false. Please check every false allegation with me before repeating to others. To which he responds, I never told anyone that. I know nothing about that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Thanks. I appreciate it. Just reporting what I heard. Yeah, that's it for that one. Lawsuit, Reuters lawsuit against Jeffrey Epstein. Dude, you could literally spend weeks and weeks and weeks going through all these emails and still not have all the context to what these emails are referring to. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. I mean, like I said, you know, you can Deepak Chopra. What? Deepak Chopra? These are all the emails he's mentioned in, I guess. What is this? All good? Much to tell you, all good. I'm in flow and happy. World seems to be falling apart. Hope to see you soon. All love from California. Deepak Chopra.
MD
from 2018. Well after he was known to be who he was. I don't know, man. I don't know exactly where to fucking file all this shit, you know, in my brain. Because like you were saying, I mean, I don't think we're ever going to know all this shit. You know what I mean? I think it's just going to be, you know, whatever. I don't think we're going to see anybody go to prison. I don't think we're going to see anybody of any significance or importance get charged with anything, you know. And the fact that they redact all these names and email addresses and all this shit. I don't know. Apparently, I have heard there's going to be another unredacted dump on Monday, though. I don't know if that's true, but that's the rumors floating around the interwebs. So we'll see if that's actually legitimate in any way, shape, or form. But seriously, does anybody here think that anybody of any significance is actually going to be held accountable for any of this shit?
No.
No, I don't think so. I seriously don't. So, I don't know, man.
But it just feels like we're not seeing a whole lot of the context, because who knows how much of it is still like hidden.
Yeah. Well, and again, and also the other thing, these are just emails. That's all that's been dumped as of right now. You know what I mean? I mean, what other types of documents? How many other non-email documents are there that might, you know, actually put some context to all this shit? You know?
Yeah, I want to see bank statements more than I want to see emails.
Yeah. So it's something, I guess. It's definitely something to look through, and there's definitely a lot of suspicious interaction in here with people that certainly by this point knew he was a piece of shit. You know what I mean? With the dates on these emails and people still talking to him and communicating and all that kind of stuff at a point in time when it was everybody already fucking knew. I mean, some of these go to 2020 after he was fucking in prison or he got convicted in what, 2019? I think. And people were still talking to him after that. Much less the conviction he had back in, what was it, 2005, 2006? And around 2013 is when people started publicly knowing he was a fucking potential pedophile, you know, outside of just, you know, his one conviction back in the 2000s. So, yeah, it certainly at the very least speaks to
the hypocrisy and like,
yeah. And not necessarily, you know, I mean, it's not proof that they did anything, but they're perfectly willing to, for whether it's money or whatever, to associate and communicate with somebody like that, you know, well after it's known who he is and what he is. So, thus the world we are living in. All these memes going around talking about, you know, you are here paying taxes to pedophiles. Kind of hits home, doesn't it? Like, yep.
You know, I think how, you know, we're kind of the next Rome. And a lot of Rome was paying taxes to pedophiles.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
It's really, we really, you know, history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Or we could just say, all this has happened before and it will happen again.
I see where you're going with that. I see what you did there. I may be the only one, but I got you. I got you. It's okay.
I don't think Jolly would get the reference because, you know...
It's a shame. It's a real shame, Jolly. You're just not cultured enough to understand. Oh, well.
I mean, it's a great remastered TV show of a beloved original sci-fi.
Yes.
So that means Jolly has homework.
Oh, chat. What do y'all want to talk about? Do y'all want to talk about this? We don't have to. And we can. It's up to you guys. What you would like to discuss.
Well, I'm going to apologize for missing last weekend's chats because I was busy celebrating my birthday all weekend.
A likely story.
Ha! Birth.
And this is how we know Jolly is an AI.
I am.
And that means he's an automaton and an enemy of Earth.
Just going right forward, aren't you? An enemy of Earth?
Yeah, man.
Sweet liberty.
Can't you tell? I'm wearing my democracy enforcement avatar.
He doesn't play Helldivers.
Yeah, I have played Helldivers.
Yeah, and he never lets me know, so I could send him the friend referral code so I can help him out with the game.
I have it. I do own the game, but yeah, I haven't.
There's a tank now in the game.
I'm glad.
I haven't used it, but literally, like, one of the call down, like, score streaks you can call down is a M1 Abram tank.
No, it's a Strigbon 13.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's actually kind of supposed to be based on, but it's that level equivalent. Like, it's a modern battle tank.
I know nothing about any of that. I played for like 4 hours one day and then never played again after buying the game.
But I am a little worried. Night Strike has sent me something, and I'm worried that it might be contaminated with COVID.
Yeah, that's what he did to me, fucker.
Throw it in the microwave for a few minutes. Just nuke it real quick.
For those that don't remember that story, I got COVID after Night Strike got COVID and then sent me something in the mail, and lo and behold, I got COVID a week later. Huh. Interesting how that works. Oh, no, it's fine. I wasn't contagious anymore when I packed this up for you. Really, motherfucker? You sure about that? Fucker. Anyway. Oh, Scott says he's picking up a Gen 6 G45 tomorrow. Nice. I've been hearing really, really good things about the Gen 6. Now,
I just wonder with the Gen 6s, how long before somebody on like Wish, Temu, whatever Chinese site makes a full auto switch for it?
it's probably already happened.
It's already happened, but no one cares.
That's what happens with the Gen V or whatever.
Yeah.
They did that, and there's so much notoriety because like that was the whole point of Gen V. Gen 6, it already exists, but this satiated the issues. All that was just enough to get the lawsuits off their backs. Because now they can say, no, we've made changes. You know, we've tried. It's a lot harder to try to hold up in court.
Well, I'm curious about the Gen 6 because I've been a firm Gen 3 fan. I prefer Gen 3 over 4s and 5s. But I've had some friends of mine tell me the Gen 6 might be the one that gets me to stop wanting to buy Gen 3s all the time. I don't know if that's true. Because I'm looking at picking up another Glock. I'm going to say something that I never thought I'd say. But I might end up picking up either a 22 or a 23. And let me explain. It is because,
one of those is in 45, right?
No, neither of those is in 45. They're both 40, which is not a caliber that I like.
Isn't 22 the full and 23 the mid?
The compact. But so after much debate at the department I work at, myself and many others have tried to convince the department that we should go to 9mm. And the guy at the top just has a hard on for 40. Just has a hard on for 40 and will not fucking go to 9mm. And so I carry my 17 every day, like pretty much all the time. But then when I get to work, I go into the armory and I swap it out with my 22. And you know, I swap out my gun because it's the same holster. And same holster, and swap out my mags for my 40 cal mags and all that stuff. And I'm just real fucking tired of doing it. So I'm thinking maybe if I had like a 22 or a 23 and just carried that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have to swap mags and all this shit every day when I get to work and when I leave, because the guns are, I wish they would let us use our own guns or buy our own guns or whatever, but they don't. They provide the firearms at work. So the guns stay there unless I'm taking it home to clean or something like that, you know. For the most part, I swap out my personal gun for my duty gun every day when I get to work, and then swap it back out again when I go home. And I'm tired of swapping mags and all this shit. So I was like, well, maybe if I just get a 22 or a 23 and just start carrying that as my personal, then it's less of a pain in the ass to swap out I don't know what to do. I don't want to buy a 40 caliber Glock though. Like, I don't want to own a 40 caliber Glock. I don't want to use one at work, but I don't have a fucking choice. You know what I mean?
So it seems like the bigwig is just a 40 short and wimpy FUD?
Yes, just a fucking fanboy. I like him. He's a great guy. I get along with him great. I have nothing against him other than his fucking adherence to 40 calibers. The only problem I have with the dude. Like, other than that, I get along with him great. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep doing what I've been doing, which is just swapping in out the 17 and the mags for the 22 that I carry and those mags every fucking day. I'm just tired of it. I don't know. Chat, what do you guys think? Should I buy a 40 caliber Glock just to make life a little bit easier going to and from work?
Well, here's the thing, man. You can get a police trade-in for really cheap.
I can. I know. I can.
And also, I don't know if Gen 6 is, if they're going to make 40 cal.
Well, and I can honestly, I can get a new one for, I can get a new 20, well, new, quote unquote. I can get a brand new one for with a law enforcement discount.
I was going to ask, do you get Blue Label?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's cool.
So, because I am technically, even though I don't work for a jurisdiction, I work for a corporation, I am technically a sworn police officer. I had to go down to the fucking courthouse and swear in and all that shit and do all the same stuff. So I'm technically a cop, which is fucking weird. Fucking weird.
Technically a cop?
I'm technically a cop. I just don't work for like a city or a county or anything like that.
Technically an ordained minister. Man.
I'm technically an ordained minister too.
In Texas. Don't know how that applies
I don't know.
you being in Michigan now.
Your online.
No, my
is for the whole state. Or for
no. My certification for being ordained is not just linked to Texas. It's mine, no matter where I go. So.
Yeah. So when we finally have the money together to buy that decommissioned missile silo and turn it into the Church of Ammo.
Yes. So, oh god, let's see. Dino says NEA is my favorite boot to lick. Jesse says, "Can you arrest people?" Yes, I have arrest authority. I can arrest people. I can give people tickets, but I only work for the company I work for. So I don't go do all the shit that cops do that I fucking hate that makes me hate cops. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't do anything that's not on property owned by my company. So technically, I only police on private property for that private property owner, right?
Basically what the left wants.
So, essentially, kind of, yeah. But it's also I don't have a problem with it because I hate all the problems I have with cops are they go out and they restrict people's freedoms in public and fucking, they're just law enforcement, right? They're not there to protect and serve. They're just there to fucking money for their jurisdiction and fucking harass people and all that shit and pull people over and fucking do I don't do any of that stuff. If I arrest you, it's because you came on private property and started some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a buddy who went from being a public police officer to working for one of the hospital health systems, police departments. But the one he works for, they have a tiered police department where their hospital network PD also is their unarmed and armed normal security guards too.
Yeah.
He tried to get me to go work with him as an unarmed security guy in the psych ward. He's like, we'll just
Dude, some of those
not give you your injection so you can start looking like your lizard people self, and we'll leave you in a closet there.
Dude, some of those psych wards pay buku bucks for security, especially armed security.
Because no one wants to do it.
No, they don't.
Well, to do that, you start off as unarmed, and then you have your choice after so many months or years to go from unarmed to armed security guard, or go the full ride and get a full law enforcement credential. Because I know the main hospital for the city I live in, it's administered by Cleveland Clinic, and they have two separate security things. They have the clinic police, and then they have private unarmed security to help fill in the gaps.
See, my company also hire. That we have a contractor that we use that's private security, and we use them kind of like to fill gaps. You know what I mean? Stuff that we honestly we don't want to fucking do. You know what I mean? Like just shit jobs, little stuff. We have a security company which sends security guards over to, do stuff. Like they watch, that on some properties, they'll come. Like we have properties that they want somebody to just sit there overnight. You know what I mean? Where nothing really happens, but just in case something happens, at least somebody's there. But they don't want to have one of us fucking do it. You know what I mean? Because that's like overkill. So why not just pay a fucking contract security company to have a guard sit there overnight or whatever? There's one property we have where they have a one entrance into the building, and we have there's a contract guy from a contract security company that just sits there and brings people through the metal detectors like a dude at an airport. You know what I mean? And we do contract security for that. So there's some jobs that the people like me that are officers and supervisors and shit like that, we don't do. You know what I mean? And so we have contract security do it. But yeah, I mean, those dudes are cool. I talk to them when I see them. They're always asking me, "Hey, how can I get a job like you?" I'm like, "Well, apply." I don't know what to fucking tell you, dude.
But I was reading something interesting about the Gen 3 Glocks. And I think you have to either have a 40 cal frame or a 45 or 10 millimeter. There's a company out there that makes a conversion kit to turn it to a 50 cal.
Huh. Interesting.
I would think probably a 10 mil just to handle the pressure.
And they also have conversion kits for 1911s, and I'm sitting here looking at mine going, ooh.
Jesse on the chat says, "Bro, can I talk you out of a Glock?" It's not that look, I own Glocks. I own 4 Glocks that are mine. The one I carry every day because, the one I carry every day when I go to work and like that I have on me when I'm out, like after work and stuff like that, is my 17. And that's because it fits in the same holster that I use at work. I don't want to fucking, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to have to fucking swap out holsters and all that. I swap out enough shit when I go to and from work that I just carry what I've got that already works with all my gear. And I like Glocks. They're the hammer of the gun world, right? Like you don't really give a shit about them. That's kind of why I like them, is because I really don't give a shit about any of my Glocks, like my Beretta, my fucking SIGs, my fucking 1911, shit like that. Like I love those guns too much. I don't want to, bang them around. So I like Glocks, but I don't love Glocks. But they're a good utilitarian tool. You know what I mean? And it's not that like, oh, dude, if it was up to me, bro, I'd be carrying a Beretta 92 at work. You know what I mean? And then I would have my fucking Beretta that I would carry, you know, in addition to that. I'd much rather carry a Beretta or a fucking SIG or something like that. You know what I mean? I like those guns better. I like shooting those guns better. I like carrying those guns better, all that kind of shit. But Glocks is what I carry at work. So it just makes sense that most of the time, because I work 5 days a week, so most of the time when I'm out and about doing, you know, either going to work or after work, and then I stop and do stuff, you know, run errands, whatever it is before I go home, I'm going to be carrying a Glock because it's already, you know, I've already got all my gear on me. I've already got that holster. I've already got the mag pouches for Glock magazines, all that shit. And it just makes sense to carry a Glock, but it is by far not what I would carry if I had a choice. Honestly, my first choice would be a Beretta 92. I would love to carry a Beretta 92. But that's not going to happen. At best, maybe one day we talk them into letting us go to 9mm Glocks. Like, that's honestly the best that we could hope for. And I don't even think that's going to happen anytime soon. So,
well, Ledley said something interesting in the chat about getting a group of the panelists together this summer and taking a trip to either Waverly Hills, Land Between the Lakes. I'm like, not Land Between the Lakes, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That author I told you about in that his podcast.
Yeah,
he's done several investigations there, and they're like, that place is just full of bad juju. They're like, you don't want to be carrying a 9mm down there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck, I don't have enough magazines for my 45.
You need some silver bullets for that fucking place. Fuck.
Look, with the cost of silver is right now, I am not melting down my silver bars.
Right? Fuck, dude. Silver's shot up through their fucking roof, dude.
Dude, I was like, oh, I'm going to get some silver. I get paid Friday. And then it shot right back up. I was like, never mind.
Yeah. Adam's got a good question. Do you continue to open carry when you're not at work, or do you switch to concealed carry? I open carry most of the time. Nobody seems to give a shit. All the places I go, like, especially in the town I live in, nobody gives a fuck about open carry. When I'm closer to work, which I work in Flint, I don't really do anything in Flint or go anywhere in Flint unless I'm already in Flint because it's a day I work. So at that point, I'm already in uniform. I've already got my belt and holster and everything, so I'm not going to swap out and start concealed carrying. I'm already fucking wearing all my shit. So, yeah, I open carry most of the time. And there's sometimes, like, if me and my wife are going to the movies or something, you know, I'll throw like a little revolver, or maybe, you know, my Glock 26 or something. I'll pocket carry it or something like that. But honestly, most of the time I open carry now. So, yeah, that's kind of a big change because I basically, I very rarely open carried when I was in Texas, but I pretty much always open carry here. So, yeah.
But I got this to say. You know how I told you the other day I was thinking about getting either one of those little CZ 50 32s or the police trade-in Beretta 84s?
Yeah.
I think I made up my mind which one I'm going to get first.
Okay.
I'm going to get the CZ, and then later, after I get my tax returns, maybe get the other.
Okay. I mean, they're both great, dude.
I'm like, when am I going to have a chance to get an Italian police trade-in Beretta that's 380?
Yeah.
I mean, 380 is one of my summertime carry rounds.
Yeah, man, just do it. You're never gonna ever hear me say, "Don't buy that gun." You know what I'm saying?
No, you're the little devil on my shoulder that I hear going, "Buy it."
Yep, it's true. I just need a little bastard.
Because I'm sitting here going, I need to find a better way to carry concealed during the summer, so I've been looking into those Sneaky Pete holsters.
Oh yeah,
where it kind of looks like a little cell phone pouch.
Yeah.
I'm like, the cell phones are practically big enough now. I'm like, maybe I'll get one for like maybe my Walther and just give it a test, and who knows?
Yeah. Why not? Let's see. What's the chat out there saying? Paul says, hold on, you moved out of Texas? Yes, I moved. I've been out of Texas for a year.
Oh, speaking of which, how did you like that last weekend, that exploding tree warning you guys had up there?
Oh, yeah. I didn't see it. Like, I've heard about this. This is a phenomenon I've heard about. And yes, the warning was fucking everywhere. I haven't seen it happen, though. I've seen some videos online. I guess what it is it's like the water inside the tree freezes and then expands.
Yeah, the sap flash freezes and just pops
whatever. It. Yeah. I haven't seen it happen, so interesting. It's kind of cool. As long as you're not standing next to the tree, it's kind of cool.
Well, like this morning on my way to work, one of the trees next to my apartment building, I happened to look up and I see a massive crack forming in one of the branches I walk by every day because of how much the temperature is going warm, cold, -10. I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's been all over the place. Like, so first of all, it hasn't really stopped snowing. I mean, there's been snow on the fucking ground since like right before Thanksgiving here. And it snows at least every other day, sometimes maybe every 3. Sometimes you might go almost 3 days without a little bit of snow. But and then in the last month, more than a month, since before Christmas, the fucking temperature's just been all over the place. But it hasn't gotten above freezing, except for one time it did get up into like the mid-30s one day, and not even the whole day. And it's gotten as low as, I think it was -13, but like with the wind chill, they were saying it was negative like 23, you know? And it's just been bouncing all over the fucking place, man. Like, like today it got down to like 13 degrees. Tonight it's dropping down to 2. But then they're saying with the wind chill, it's going to feel like -9. But then on Tuesday, it's going to be back up to 39. But then the next day, drop back down to like 17. And like, it's bouncing all over the fucking place. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like last week, there was one day I was heading to work and just walking outside my apartment building, I felt the water in my eyeballs start to freeze.
Oh, dude, there's been like, yeah. Well, because depending on what's going on, like, because I go do, if I'm going out and I'm doing stuff in, like if I'm in the patrol car or whatever, and there's been times I'm walking outside in the middle, fucking go to the car or something. Like, it doesn't really do it at home, because from your front door to your fucking car is usually not that fucking far. It's certainly not for me. My driveway's like right fucking there. But at work, I got to walk because of where we park our cars versus where, when I go outside to go grab one of the cars, I got to walk like 50 yards just to get to the fucking patrol car. And by the time I'm to the car, man, my fucking tears are freezing and shit when the wind kicks up, starts blowing.
Yeah, so I bought myself some like snow goggles to wear when I leave the building, because you know, you and I both are up and heading to our respective jobs at practically the witching hour of the night. And it has been getting so cold that the water in my eyes is causing the goggles just to freeze over.
You know what I want? And I've seen them. I've seen them advertised. It's those fucking full face masks, you know, winter masks that have the goggles sewn into them. You seen those?
No.
Yeah, they've got them. They're cool. I see them. Because you know I live in Michigan, right? So I get all those ads popping up on like my Facebook and shit. And yeah, they make the, you know, just like the ski mask. It's like a ski mask, but the goggles are like sewn onto it, like fucking ski goggle material. You know what I mean? Sewn onto the fucking, or you know, to the fucking ski mask. They look great. I need to pick one up because I'm like, damn, that would be fucking useful.
My southern butt couldn't handle that. Every now and again.
Well, you know, everybody said that about me too when I moved up here, and I fucking love this shit, dude.
No, I just know I couldn't, because the other day it got down to 17, and with the wind chill, it was like 9. I didn't walk outside.
I love it,
like,
and
nope.
maybe it's just because of, you know, living 46 years in Texas minus the year I spent in Colorado, of just sweating every fucking day of my life. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like where I live, it does get absurdly hot in the summer, but it's never horribly bad all the time.
See, Jolly, that is why you are the weaker ammo child. You can't survive the cold.
I'm just saying, look, I've said this God knows how many times in my life, and everybody's heard it by now at this point. When if it's cold, you can get in the house, you can get in your car and turn on the heater, you can put on more clothes, and you can get warmed up. When it is too hot, you cannot get naked enough to not sweat.
You can light a fire.
Hey, careful. Careful
water.
There.
Right.
You can't get naked enough until something gets caught in your bolt while cleaning.
It's true. But no, seriously, like I would rather deal with it being too cold than too hot, because I can deal with it being too cold. I can always warm up. I can put on more clothes. I can just stay in the fucking house. I can, you know, turn the heater on in my car. If it's too fucking hot, you know what I mean? Like, I did it for 46 fucking years, bro. I needed to be someplace where that was not a factor, and I am 100% positive. At some point, I'm going to get tired of it, but I've only been here a year, and at this point, I'm not tired of it yet. You know what I mean?
When you hit retirement age, you're probably going to be like, I'm sick of the cold.
Probably. I mean, again, I know at some point I'll get tired of it, and I still love Texas, and if I ever leave here, I'm just going to go back to Texas.
Maybe just don't go back to, like, Brownsville.
I'm just not going to go back to the fucking asshole of Texas where I used to live.
Go to, like, you know, Houston or something.
Not even Houston. That's still South Texas. Not as south as I live, but if I ever move back out of Michigan, I'll probably just move back to Texas. And we'll move up to North Texas somewhere where it's not as bad. But for now,
but you still got Armadillo.
True. No, for now, I'm still enjoying snow and the cold weather and winter and all this shit. So for now, I'm good. So
there's supposed to be another big winter storm that's coming through this weekend, hitting the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that going, Firefire?
Yeah, I'm supposed... Okay, the last one we got last weekend, my part of Ohio, which is about 40 to 50 minutes away from Cleveland, we got 13 inches of snow. Cleveland got 6. And Cleveland's right next to the lake. And this weekend we're supposed to be getting another 8 inches.
Vulcan Rebel says, have you been tired of shoveling snow, bought a plow yet? No, you got a snow shovel. I'm going to be honest, I don't shovel snow that much. My son does sometimes, but we don't shovel the snow that much. I don't give a shit. Oh no, my fucking driveway's covered in snow. I don't give a fuck. I just parked there, dude. I don't need it to be cleaned off every fucking day. When it warms up, it'll clean itself off. Yeah, I don't shovel that much fucking snow, dude. I got neighbors that fucking do. They're out there every fucking morning religiously shoveling their fucking driveways and their fucking sidewalk off. I'm like, I ain't doing that shit. So, no. I have not gotten tired of it because I hardly ever fucking do it. So. All right, look, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to wrap this one up. We are going to do a chat tomorrow night. I'm going to do a geek chat. I'm going to do just like we did last week. I'm going to do a geek chat, probably just a short hour, and then we'll do another guns and politics chat right after that. So I'll be doing 2 chats tomorrow night because I am off for the next 3 weekends on Saturday and Sunday, which is nice. Instead of having every other weekend off, I'm going to be getting every weekend off for the next 3 weeks. So for the next 3 weeks on Saturdays, I'll be doing chats. So we're gonna do a couple chats tomorrow night. So be sure to come back for that. But I'm gonna get out of here. I got some shit I gotta go do. Adios, everyone. Thank you for coming and shooting the shit with us for a little bit, having some fun. As always, deuces, yo, Sean P, all that good shit, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.